start off with Carol.
Congratulations, Coach. Just your thoughts on getting over this hump and a really amazing night.
Yeah, my thought is that this is a group capable of many things, and is a group that is developing nicely. We'll have more from them, I think, many different ways. Today they show that they can also win suffering in a different way. So they defended really well together. We played, we had chances. We had, I think, 14 shots against 12. I was looking coming out of the pitch. I didn't count. We had many chances. They had more half chances than big chances. And so I'm very proud of my team, of this team, because it's a team that showed that they can play and succeed in different ways. When they have to play, they play, and when they have to defend and suffer for each other, they do that as well.
I just saw on Twitter, someone called it a bold lineup you sent out there. Tell us about your choices, especially in the midfield.
Sorry, say it again. I didn't understand.
You had a bold lineup that you sent out there, a lot of changes in the midfield. What went into your thinking?
Well, a couple of things. The first thing is that they are football decisions, and when we see me and the staff training and certain things in training, we decide that who in that moment with these characteristics is more useful to the team. And we have a number of good players in our squad. Also, like I said in the past against Montreal, I didn't say it just to say it. I say it because I mean it. That we have youngsters like Chris Egert, like Quinn McNeil, like Koa Santos, like George Marks, etc., Jalen Lindsay, which is even more established, that they are capable of coming and playing in this league. And so I didn't have any problem to start with Quinn. He showed how good he is and how he belongs to this league. Sergio Luis is a player that, is a Spanish player that played many years in Spain. So he knows the game very well. He knows football very well. He knows how to control the ball. He knows how to control the tempo. He knows how to get in defensive position when he needs to. And so Jordi Reina. He's a very, very good player. He's a class player that has a lot of ability. And so for me, it was not a bold decision. It was a ponderate decision.
Well, and one more, just in that same vein, you had three pretty big names who weren't even on the travel squad today, and Rios, Alcivar, and Titi Ortiz. Was that also a training impression, or is that something else?
No, it was for characteristics. Plus, is also the other reason, which is a big reason, is that we had 2 games in quick succession. So when I see some players maybe a little bit more fresh than other, I think I need to make those changes. And from next week, we will go back to square one, and we will start another week of work. And then we will see which ones are going to be in the squad and which ones, unfortunately, they'll have to be out.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Great. Let's kick it off to Sam.
Hey, Coach. Congratulations for tonight.
Thank you.
So at our press conference yesterday, you talked about getting more time between Camille, Andre, Carol, and then you had a little different starting lineup than I think someone would have expected after that press conference. What went into changing up the front three?
I mean, I think I have the right until the end to judge and discuss with the staff, with the lineup that we think deserves, or that will give the best chance to our football club to win a game. And so, I mean, what I said, it was, I think he still stands, because Andre came on and scored a goal. So he contributed a lot. Again, I want to mention not just the players that started, that did a great job, but also the one that comes on. that even if they come for a few minutes, they make an impact and the difference, which means the guys are ready. They pick up the speed of the game straight away, and that's a great. And I saw on the bench how together they were also during the last 20-25 minutes.
And so there's some commentary online that you know, as an Italian coach, you did a very Italian thing by switching to a defensive posture and bringing 5 people back after we went up a goal. What goes into that sort of decision?
Yeah, I mean, these are all stereotypes. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I think I need to play a style that I think give the team, because I think my main role as a head coach is to be the trustee of the team. I have to make decisions and that benefit the boys, that they're giving everything to put them in the best position to win a game. So they can say whatever they want. I think we created more chances. Also, I heard about that when we went 5 against Red Bulls and we scored when we changed formation. We created against Columbus a chance when we switch formation, and so okay, whatever they want to say. For me, the most important thing is that the boys, they show that they can adapt to different formations, and they can do it with a lot of grit, with a lot of determination capabilities. This is the most important thing.
It's clear from the result you had the last laugh. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. The boys.
Let's go with Nick, and then we'll end it with Steve.
All right, congratulations, Coach. So what did Houston do differently tonight that you had to adjust to?
Houston is a very, very good team. I mean, I knew that. He's well coached. I told you yesterday, we are finding teams that they are in a good moment as well. Here it wasn't also easy because we started the game at 40 degrees with a high degree of temperature, with a high degree, of humidity. So we wanted to press them as we started, but then it becomes difficult because not just to adapt to this temperature, but also the fact that we play with most of the lads only a couple of days ago, making a difficult task. When we started pressing, we did well, and then after we had to drop. And we know that they are a very good team that can play the ball really well, that they have many, many good players, technical players that started, from Vera, Carrasquilla, all the guys that Darwin Quintero. And then after, they also can bring people like Fafa Pico, they can bring people like Rodriguez. So it's they have, Ferreira is a very, very good team with many good players, and you have to pay respect to them. So when they play, you can't concede them a lot of space, because also the fullback, Zeka on one side, the Lindqvist on the other one, they are guys that they have the engine, and then Junka when he came on. They're very, very good players. And for me, the boys did a great game tonight in many different aspects.
And then a follow-up, what is your message to your attacking players? Because we had 4 big chances that we just missed. We didn't get it. So what is your message to them after this?
The message is we have to keep working on that. But the most important thing is to get in those positions. This is the most difficult thing. Then after, if they get in those positions and they miss, okay, this is something that will not happen all the time. But today we were in positions where I think we could have scored more. Probably we should have scored more. But even this week in training, like I was saying after Austin, even if we had only a couple of days, the boys were very serious in crossing, finishing, and going in front of the goal. Sometimes, you miss, it happens. And also, I think Clark made a couple of great saves as well. You have to give credit to the goalkeepers as well.
Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.
Yep, Steve.
Okay. Va bene, Coach. That was congratulations on the first away win.
Thank you.
That should quiet a few people who just put a lot of emphasis on that. You mentioned the weather down there. Houston is the humidity capital of the United States. And that I'm just wondering, like, if you may have held players like McKenzie and Andre out because knowing that, the game was going to spread out. They were going to get fatigued. Then to bring in the players with that kind of pace, was that part of your decision-making process at all?
Yeah, as the game went on, listen, I have, as I said, we have a group that is that is a very interesting group in many different ways, but and it's a group that I love, is very challenging, but we also had honest guys that you know, come and say, listen, coach, when I'm about to run out of fuel, I will let you know. And so we take those decisions together. And to have guys like Mackenzie, but also we had on the bench Kerwin, we had on the bench other players that can come and make a difference, even Chris Egert. But I thought in that moment to help Carol and Camille that they, you know, they gave a lot. And also Jordi Reina, that they were fantastic going forward and running. I thought that they needed we needed a change of legs, and to have these guys on the bench, it was the logical decision to put them and to put them in a position where they could defend, but at the same time break, because I also wanted to be able to counterattack whenever it was possible, Houston.
Yeah, and I noticed Carroll was dropping back a few times, almost as a 10 in there. Is that part of freedom that you're giving him, or was it things that he found necessary at certain points to do that? Because I find I like the little things that Carroll does in a game. I think he's an excellent passer and stuff, and he was actually getting the ball in opportunities to shoot. It was a much more spread out, less double teaming that he's faced in recent games, especially with Austin and Red Bulls, where he was always.
Yeah, we are learning, you know, more and more our style when we have the ball, and they have a certain freedom to come and become linkers wherever needed, and we always want to penetrate the last line of the opposition defense. So Carol is excellent at coming to find these half spaces, to link the play, to have little flicks to drag defenders out of position, or if they don't come, he will be free to come and to give us one player more in the building phase. So he's great at that. Also, sometimes he was in this position because he was defending on Vera as a 6, that we knew that when he drops between the central defender or when he comes in just behind the 9, he can be a dangerous player because he will spread the play. And so he was excellent in both phases of the game.
Right. And did the short turnaround between the Austin game and this one, did that play a factor in what you saw in training and the tactical decisions you made on the team tonight?
Yeah, there was an element of that. Like I said before, I think to Carol, that, you know, when you have such a short space, I saw a couple of players tired against Austin, and I thought it was only right to bring here a player that for certain characteristics, they could have given us the characteristics, I repeat, that the team I felt needed. And then I can get that wrong because I have to take this decision with the staff before the game. Then after in the game, I might have needed different characteristics, but we thought that the characteristics that we wanted of the players were the one of the players that I brought here. And I saw Quinn, for example, really good in training, as well as Chris Egert, really fresh. And it was an easy decision to make. I believe they have qualities, and so they are here, and they deserve to be here.
And with Quinn, I mean, since he's come up, I mean, last week he featured, today he started. Do you see a hunger in him to stay up, not to go back and play with the independents?
Oh, of course, of course. I see a player that has got a lot of hunger, like the young players that I mentioned before. They all show me that they want to be here. They all show me that they want to stay in this group. They want to be part of this group. They want to contribute. And they also show tonight, in particular, Quinn, and show that he can contribute. So, but I had no doubts. Like I had no doubts against Montreal. I had no doubts to start him tonight.
Great, thank you. I understand 3 points will make the flight home a lot shorter.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have one more. We're going to end it with Michael.
Cool. Thank you. Hi, Coach. Congratulations on the victory. Just quickly from me, how important was it for this team to pick up that first away victory?
Yeah, very important because it is the first one of our young history. So you create belief. Like it was important to win the first game at home. When we did, when these boys did, and now is and that creates belief, and that's creates belief that we can go away and win. Not only that, as I said before, I'm very proud of the way we played because we showed two sides that is difficult to see in a team. We show a side when we have to play, or when we can play, we play with a lot of personality and attacking play. And when we have to defend, we can do that as well.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. We'll have Quinn here in a few minutes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.